People from all over Britain are arriving at our lab, each one worried about how they're aging. 51-year-old Tim Belton has travelled 250 miles from Aviemore in Scotland. He's here because he's worried about his diet.
Step back down again.
You're a chef, aren't you?
I am.
You're surrounded by amazing food.
Yeah, but we don't eat any of it.
What do you eat then?
A few chips here and there, a little quick sandwich as we walk past, maybe a bacon roll or something. Fast and furious, that's it, Angela. Nothing fancy, that's for the people sitting down relaxing.
So, bacon roll. This is bacon roll, is it?
It is, yeah. Bacon roll and beer. That's the combination.
Eating too much fat and sugar can accelerate the aging of our blood vessels. Over time, fatty deposits build up, increasing our risk of heart disease. And so all of the volunteers are having their diets analysed by Professor of Nutrition, Paula Moynihan.
Perhaps you could tell me what you had to eat yesterday, if you could think back to the very first thing in the morning.
There's a couple of croissants, actually. A couple of lattes. And then...
At the same time?
Yeah.
OK, so one after the other?
Yeah. A couple of British Rail sandwiches, bag of crisps, 3 cans of Stella.
OK.
Packet of crisps. And then I went for a tie last night.
And did you have anything to drink with that meal?
Yeah, a few Singer beers. And then a couple of pints back in the hotel later.
Right.
Yeah. I've never taken care of myself. I like to indulge myself in a little drinking.
Our lab can measure the effects of Tim's lifestyle on how well he's aging. But only one test can tell us by how much: the full body fitness test.
What we're measuring here is your whole body age, and we're doing that by asking people to cycle up the most horrible hill. So it's a hill that gets steeper and steeper and steeper, and you're going to see how far up the hill you can go.
Why is that going to tell you what your body age is?
What it can tell us is by using this mask, it can measure how much oxygen can be taken into the body, how much of that can be pumped around the body, and then used.
Decades of research have shown that how well we use oxygen is a reliable indicator of how our body is aging. Tim, you're going quite pink in the face there. Scientists have done this test on thousands of people, and so they know what the average score is for every age. Now, I'm 72, so down here I should be somewhere around about here, should I?
Yes.
Mike uses this graph to work out our body age. If I score lower, my body age will be older. But if I manage to score higher, then my body age will be younger. Tim's excess weight means his muscles have to work harder to move his legs, and so he's likely to score lower than the average 51-year-old. 3, 2... He'll soon find out. Goodness, he says, crikey. Wow. That was a bit harder than you thought it was going to be, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
What kept you going then? Me. If you want to find out how you perform at this test, visit our website for more information.
For Carmony, the fitness test is her last one.
Well done, that's a nice speed.
Now we have all the data we need to find out exactly how she's aging.
How you doing?
Hey.
You ready?
I am.
Good.
So these are your results.
OK.
Carmony's results show everything from blood analysis to body composition to mental well-being. They reveal exactly how each part of her body is aging and what her biggest problems really are. First, Mike's noticed a surprising result, something you wouldn't expect from the way Carmony looks.
44.8% of your body is fat.
Is that good?
Not really, no.
Oh.
So here is the red zone. So under about 24% would be a good region to be in.
That's not good.
You're a really good example of where we look at somebody and they look slim, they look healthy, and you have a lot of fat going on the inside.
Carmony's hidden fat will be accelerating her aging, but it's also a sign that she doesn't have much muscle inside, as we'll find out with the grip strength test.
Your grip strength was 18 kilograms, and for your age group, that puts you at 3%, which means only 3 out of 100 people are weaker than you, but 97 people are stronger than you are.
You have the hand strength of someone much, much, much older than you.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Carmody is showing clear signs of aging too fast, and her result on the full body fitness test will tell us just how much older she really is. Her birth age is 57.
And your body age, according to the test that we've done, is this.
That's scary.
Stop.
78.
Okay.
So you're 21 years older than you should be. What does that mean for Carmody?
You have a high percentage fat, you have a low muscle mass, which means that your body is aging slightly faster. And it's something we classically see in women where they lose muscle strength and they gain fat, but look fine.
It means that if we don't reverse these things, you're going to start getting the problems that really old people get much sooner than you should.
I feel a bit tearful
Why?
because I didn't think it would be this bad.
The good thing is everything here is changeable, reversible, and you're still young enough to do it.
Oh, that's good.
Because
then.
you're fundamentally a young person.
I hope so.
All of it can be changed.
The results were shocking. I have major issues going on, and if I don't sort it out now, the consequence is that I'm going to suffer. They have motivated me today, here and now.
We're going to put Carmody on a 3-month anti-aging plan to get her body age down. It will target the main reason for her aging, her lack of strength. To find out if her lifestyle is what's really behind this worrying result, I'm off to visit her at home.
4?
You joke.
Everything in the red.
It seems to be.
Well, our aim is to get everything in the green.
Getting into exercise, but
Will help you build the muscle.
You normally do? That feels about right, does it? Yeah.
This week is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I went to the gym consecutively and I did really, really well. I didn't struggle.
And she's become more active.
I'm going out walking in the morning and it's the first time that I've done it, and I've discovered my park, which I've lived next to for 16 years. How bad is that?
Stand up nice and tall.
After 12 weeks of working hard to build up her muscles, Carmody's come back to our lab.
Hello.
Welcome back to the lab.
Oh, thank you.
How have the last 12 weeks been?
Really, really hard.
Really?
Yeah, really hard.
Carmody is repeating all of the tests to find out whether she's managed to bring her body age down from 78.
I think my body age will have come down.
That's really good.
I'm hoping that it will be at least 3 years. If it's more, that's a bonus.
Hello.
Hi, Carmody.
It's time for her results.
all in all, you're getting pretty good changes on all of your parameters, and they're going in the right way, which is great.
The first test Mike wants to focus on is Carmody's body composition, how much fat she has.
So here you can see your percentage fat was nearly 45%, and 12 weeks later, that's gone down to 40%.
Okay.
I mean, going from 45% body fat to 40% body fat in 12 weeks is a heroic effort.
Okay.
The caveat there is to say 40% body fat is still way too high,
Okay.
but you are really, really going in the right direction and you're going fast, so that's awesome.
This reduction in body fat will slow down Carmody's aging. But fat wasn't her biggest problem. It was her lack of muscle.
When you started the program, you had a grip strength of 18 kilograms, which was right at the very bottom of people your age. When you've not got a lot of strength, it means you're vulnerable to falling. It means that over time you're going to find movement difficult. But 12 weeks later, you've jumped up. So you've gone from in the bottom 5% up to the 30%.
Giddy heart. That's really good.
There's a marked improvement there.
Carmely's hard work has paid off. In just 12 weeks, she's made a dramatic improvement to her strength. But will it be enough to get her body age down? Her birth age is 57.
So 12 weeks ago, your body age was 78.
Shocking.
12 weeks later, so you have lost 12 years.
Wow.
12 years in 12 weeks.
That's good. Really good.
What do you think of that?
That's great.
Very kind.
That's really, really good.
Well done.
Thank you. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. The benefits that I've seen in the last 3 months of where I was at the beginning and where I am now are humongous. And this now can roll out for the rest of my life. And I will reap